If the internet is to be believed, and rightly or wrongly, it often is, this season's hottest accessories are the ones you can't buy. Twitter and Instagram went into a fit after Wednesday's Gucci show in Milan, where models walked down the runway in an unsettlingly sterile space set up to look like an operating room in a haunted psychiatric hospital. The major takeaway from the Gucci show, or the one that shot it into virality, wasn't the clothes per se, but the bizarre objects that are, most likely, not for sale, including but not limited to baby dragons and fake severed heads made to resemble the models carrying them. Other models carried snakes, a Gucci emblem, while one had a prosthetic third eye. According to Vogue, Alessandro Michele reached out unexpectedly to Machinarium, a special effects company based in Rome, to create the additions, which took 6 months to make. Our job, as creatives, is a surgical job, cutting and assembling and experimenting on the operating table, Michele told reporters after the show, explaining that the heads represented looking after your head and thoughts and struggling to find your own identity. On Friday, another unexpected canine accessory found itself on the runway. At Todd's show, Milan, models, including Gigi Hadid, carried puppies as they modeled clothes and accessories from the leather goods brand. As the New York Times' Vanessa Friedman pointed out, carrying live puppies during a show for a leather house is certainly a choice. It's almost as if CEO Diego Della Valle heard about the Gucci show and said, "Let's just give the models some puppies. People love puppies." And he would be right. The puppies planted Todd's show at the top of everyone's radar Friday morning, with fashionista writing, live puppies were the real stars of Todd's 2018 collection, followed by the deck, never mind the fact that Bella and Gigi Hadid walked the runway. Could it be that having the most followed and in-demand models walk your show is no longer sufficient enough for press and sales, forcing brands like Todd's to employ a gimmick on top of the world's top supermodels? With declarations that Fashion Week is dead, going nowhere, and the immediacy of the internet dissecting trends the moment they're on the runway, it's becoming harder for designers to keep hold of their customers' attention, especially when their customers are everywhere. While designers may reject the idea of adding extra bells and whistles to their work, it's the ones who do that seem to get ahead. Philip Plein's outrageous shows, which adhere to the mantra "more is more" and then add some more, are created in hopes of breaking the internet. And a lot of times, it works. Despite featuring unexpected accessories, the end goal of the Gucci and Todd's shows seemed to be different. Gucci's severed heads, snakes, and clinical setup, as extra as they may be, offered a level of insight into Michele's creative process, one that yearns to extend fashion into capital A art. Michele told reporters, limiting fashion to something that only produces business is too easy, adding that the fashion industry is now addressing social issues with a greater conscience. Of course, Gucci also has its own work to do in addressing these issues, as the brand currently faces backlash for having white models wear traditional Sikh turbans during the show. Todd's, on the other hand, with both its star power and cute puppy overload, seemed to be all but begging for a viral moment, though that worked to its advantage in the end. Regardless of what comes down the runway alongside models, fall 2018 is shaping up to be the season of carrying. Well, things. And no, handbags don't count. Full screen photos won 9 week in fashion. Jared Leto doesn't believe in too much Gucci. Bella Hadid showed off the easiest way to wear a sweater in the New York City heat by not really wearing it. Kaya Gerber, Cindy Crawford's look-alike daughter, is well on her way to bringing tube tops back. Kate Upton wore a lace J. Mendel dress to the Los Angeles premiere of The Layover. Andrea PGPG is serving as the Tube Top's East Coast ambassador. Heidi Klum's new a dress reminiscent of the Hawaiian button-up could look so good. Julianne Hock celebrated the September issue of Harper's Bazaar in a polka-dotted Jenny Packham dress. Jenna Coleman, the British actress, showed off the best way for a fancy adult to wear overalls. Previous next.